This is Hannibal back here from thehannibaltv.com. And a couple of days ago, I did a review of the WCW 1993 house show attendance as someone pointed out in a shoot interview that the 93 house show attendance was really bad. 92, when Bill Watts was in charge still and Ron Simmons was champion, it wasn't great either, but they ran a lot of house shows. And apparently, I'm getting these figures from the Wrestling Observer. From what I can gather about this time, Bill Watts was trying to get people to sign to different contracts around this time, more incentive based contracts. There was a lot of turmoil within WCW, but he did have them running a lot of house shows. So let's go through them. Overall, I would say they did better than in 1993. They were at the Dallas Sportatorium, September 5th, 1992, WCW, 2,350. The 6th, they were in Oklahoma City with only 1,000 fans. WWE was just there with a lot more. Mind you, let's also keep in mind now for house shows, WWE and AEW, they go to cities less frequently. They don't do the smaller towns as much, so people will travel more to house shows and tapings from the outskirts towns that used to get their own shows. But overall, today's events do a lot better, but there's far less today. But some of these numbers are pretty bad. But this one isn't too bad. WWE was in Raleigh, I guess I'm going to have some August numbers in here by accident. August 5th, 3,000, not bad. Fayetteville, North Carolina, 1,600. Sarasota, Florida, August 13th, 2,500. Fayetteville was August the 6th. Jacksonville, this is really good. WCW was in Jacksonville, August the 15th, 6,580 total. I have to imagine that was a pay-per-view or a taping, but that's pretty damn good. Only a $37,000 house for 6,580. So tickets were a lot cheaper back then. Gainesville, Florida, September the 9th, 92, WCW Pro taping, 1,000 people. The 10th, Terre Haute, Indiana, 1,500. They got more for the house show than for the TV taping. Chicago on September 11, 92, only 1,489 fans. Cleveland, September 12, 2,000. They're back in Raleigh, just over a month after, 1,600 fans, which is a little more than half what they got the previous month. Roanoke, Virginia, September 17th, 1,600. Baltimore, Maryland, always been a good town for WCW, 3,300. September 18th. September 20th, the Omni in Atlanta main event. Ron Simmons beat Rick Rude, only 1,600. Now, that might sound like a really low number for the Omni, but in 93, they went to the Omni with only 800. So they actually did better. 92. And they didn't have another show till the 25th. They're in St. Petersburg, Florida, where I've been several times. I actually went there once with Ron Fuller. He drove me across the bridge from Tampa to St. Petersburg. 1,100. That's a Bayfront Center. Some good restaurants around the Bayfront Center, by the way. 1,100 fans, pretty bad. Altona, PA, on October 1st, 1,250 fans. October 2nd, Washington, 2,000 fans. October 3rd, Harrisonburg, Virginia, 1,650 fans. October 3rd, they were also in Lynchburg, Virginia, 1,650 fans. Strange that they were in two towns the same day. October the 4th, I guess they did it the next day too. October the 4th, they were in Bluefield, West Virginia, 1,400 fans. Same day, Bristol, Tennessee, 1,450 fans. So the split crew didn't really make any difference in how many people attended. In Gainesville, Florida, again, they got a lower crowd. Gainesville, Georgia, rather. October the 6th, they got a lower crowd for a house show, or for a TV taping than they did the house show. 1,100. This is a bad number for Houston. October 9th, only 1,000 people. The 10th, they were in Dothan, Alabama for worldwide tapings. They sold out with 3,350 fans, and people were turned away. Alexandria, Louisiana, they were there the next day with 1,650 fans. October 16th, 1,200 fans in Kansas City. October 17th in St. Paul, 1,100. October 18th in Chattanooga, Tennessee, 1,650. They're in Center Stage in Atlanta on the 19th of October. All free tickets, sell out, 750 people at Center Stage. They were in Birmingham, Alabama on October 20th. They're popular in Alabama. Wonder, does AEW go to Alabama much? I wonder. That seems like a market that hasn't been tapped for a while. 2,500. That was a show that was part of the State Fair. 21st of October, Indianapolis, with kids free, only 600 people. That's a bad crowd. October 22nd, Cincinnati, 900. October 23rd in Cleveland, 800. Now that's a wrestling town, only 800 for WCW. Chicago, Halloween, October 31st, 2,100. Now Knoxville's another wrestling town. Speaking of the Fullers, November the 1st, main event, Ron Simmons beat the Barbarian in front of 400 people. By the way, there's an interview with the Barbarian on this channel. October 28th, Jasonville, Indiana, 450 fans. October 29th, Danville, Illinois, only 400 fans. Three really bad crowds there. November 3rd, Anderson, South Carolina, WCW Pro taping, 4,000. Fort Bragg, North Carolina, November 5th, 700 fans. Back in Roanoke, Virginia, October the 6th. Why they didn't do TV tapings here, I don't know. 2,550 fans. November 7th, Charleston, West Virginia, 1,600 fans. November 8th, Winston-Salem, North Carolina, 2,090 fans. Raleigh, North Carolina, November 9th, 1,500 fans. Back in Gainesville, Georgia, I must imagine they did all their worldwide tapings here. November 10th, or at least in this time period, 1,900 fans. The 13th of November, back in Jacksonville with a much smaller crowd, 2,404, so way down from the over 6,000 that they had there a little bit before that. November 13th, La Follette, Tennessee, 600 fans. Go into some smaller towns here because I never even heard of La Follette. They were back in St. Petersburg, November 14th, and they didn't even have a great crowd the time before. Under 1,000, 997. Bayfront Center. That's got to be a disappointment. November 20th, Topeka, Kansas, 1,000 fans. November 21st, St. Joseph, Missouri, 968 fans. Also, November 21st, Kansas City, Missouri, 1,150 fans. Back in Baltimore with a great crowd, November 25th, 5,000 fans. November 28th, Greenwood, South Carolina, 900 fans. November 29th, Birmingham, Alabama, 1,200 fans. Back in Center Stage, November 30th, 750 fans, all free. And I'll give you guys one bonus, December 1st. Back in Gainesville, Georgia, WCW Pro taping, 1,350. It's too bad they didn't move around those WCW Pro tapings because it sounds like at least in Alabama, they could have had some good numbers. Tom, I am actually not making a comeback anytime soon. I hate to disappoint you, but not anytime soon. Will I wrestle next year? Probably. More likely than not. We'll see how things go. I would love one of those AEW contracts where you hardly wrestle and you make over 100,000 a year. But I don't know if God will bless me with one of those. But I wish everyone the best that has those contracts. And I think compared to the early '90s, there's a lot more wrestling jobs paying a lot more money right now. So it's a good time to be a wrestler in 2023, 2024. Let's hope it's a good year for wrestling. It seems like WWE, in all likelihood, is going to be fully with the USA Network, I would predict. I mean, we already know that SmackDown's going back there. I imagine they're going to take Raw. AEW, it's holding steady. If Impact were to, it's interesting that CM Punk was backstage at Impact. I would almost want CM Punk to sign with Impact. I don't know if they could pay him enough, but it would be good if there was like a third that was a little bit more competitive. But mind you, NWA is going to be on the CW as well. Right now, they need more star power in NWA, though. Maybe, I don't know what the financial deal is going to be with the NWA, but to me, they need some more bigger names. I like what all the companies are doing, though, honestly. Keep up the good work, and thanks for all the support to all the YouTube subscribers of the Hannibal TV. Have a great night.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and click the subscribe button to not miss any of our latest shoot interviews, match videos,